3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Triad of the Forest podcast, a podcast from 3 Puerto Rican friends coming together to do deep dives into Star Wars and other nerd-related media. This is season 3, episode 14, and today we will be talking about Star Wars Celebration Anaheim 2022. It finally happened, people.
Finally. Oh my God, years of waiting. Years of waiting.
And surprisingly,
made it.
surprisingly, our humble podcast was invited to the podcast stage at Celebration. Me and Mo here were unable to attend because of life, but the Triad was still there. Goose was able to go, and our great friends Alden and Katrina were able to show some Latina representation. So the podcast stage went on without us. We were there in spirit, but Goose was there.
Spirit. We were there in spirit, that's for sure.
Our Force Ghosts were there.
Yes.
That's very true. You were missed. Everyone asked for everyone. So there was a lot of love for the full Triad. So
that's so good.
Just know that. Let's know that there was a lot of love for the both of you. So definitely missed. Although your brother was there with me, so in a way,
very true.
You were there, and Mo's always with me in our hearts because we shared 2 celebrations before that. So
my brother was my avatar.
Your brother was your avatar, exactly. You are Conchu, and he's Oscar Isaac to an extent. But hopefully when
You're
Celebration
too much
London.
credit to Guaco. It's not Oscar.
Damn. Hopefully he doesn't hear this episode. But hopefully for Celebration London 2023, we can correct this mistake and have the full Triad there. Maybe we can make it, since it's London, I feel that we should just do that as a actual trip getaway and make it like a week or a week and a half or something. So there's actually some tourism going on, not just go to a foreign country in an awesome city to just be at a conventional hall. Because as fun as Celebration is, London's a pretty cool town. So it's gotta take some time and also go there and actually reward ourselves with vacation we so desperately deserve. So here's to Star Wars Celebration London 2023, where the Triad, in theory, will be there once again.
Here's hoping.
Here's to hoping.
Here's to hope.
Maybe this time Lucasfilm will sponsor us and we don't have to pay for it.
True.
Would that not be amazing?
Or maybe our shirts keep up getting promo and
people, please listen to both. Buy shirts. We need to sell. If the math works out, we need to sell 2 million shirts to be able to buy 3 tickets. So start buying immediately. They're good, I swear. Look, this one's awesome.
So this one.
Come on, Raylos. Anyway. Buy it.
Anyway, so Celebration Anaheim finally happened. Years of anticipation. Did it live up, Goose?
Yeah, 100%. I think it lived up to it in the sense of meeting the expectations I set for myself. In terms of the panels and things that I would have wanted to. It's weird. It's a weird combination because they did announce a lot of things, and there's things that I'm really happy that they announced, but I feel the fact that there wasn't like a movie or they didn't speak of any films,
like a big project.
Exactly. Yeah. For me, it just felt like the convention didn't have like the oomph it needed, so to speak. So in that sense, I felt it was a little lacking just because I didn't feel like it had the forward momentum, right? That like Orlando and Chicago did, obviously with episode 8 and episode 9, anchoring that with like the big trailer reveals. But we did get a lot of trailers. We did get a lot of announcements. There were a lot of stars. I mean, so there was a lot of stuff going on. I think one of the problems was with the convention, and I didn't put it together until I was watching a Star Wars Explained video a couple of days ago about one of the shortcomings of the convention, and it was that they didn't live stream any of the big panels. So even for the people that were there that didn't
That
get into
couldn't
the
make
panels,
it. Yeah.
like myself, because I'll tell that story in a minute, because that's why everyone's here to hear
That's
how
why
I
we're here.
failed.
We're here
Yeah.
for
To
you're
hear
here
how
for
I
the drama.
failed. Yeah. But this year, as opposed to other years, they have always streamed the panels, so that anyone that's either at the convention that can't be at the hall or that isn't at the convention can, watch it and be a part of celebration. This year they didn't do that, and it felt very weird because let's start with that. I totally messed up, and I thought after Chicago, Mo and I did things right. We got into our panels. We were good. We did the planning.
We were pros.
We were pros. Yeah, we course corrected from Orlando.
Everything.
So you reverted. You reverted back to Orlando.
Yes and no. Yes and no.
Okay. Is it like a merge, like a mixture of Orlando?
It was exactly. It was a perfect mixture between the failure of Orlando and the success of Chicago. And it was very simple. It was a very simple mistake that happened. Yeah, it's a synergy of failure. So it was a peanut brigade moment to an extent. Carlos, shout out.
Shout out to the Peanut Brigade.
Because like they did the same system they did in Chicago, which was the Lightspeed, whatever virtual queue thing lottery, which I think is actually a great system. Honestly, it's it's equitable. Everyone suffers the same fates, so there's no need to like go and sleep on a concrete floor like since 2 a.m. No, it's just like, well,
it's like
you got in.
Snap,
Yeah, exactly. You got in, or you're in, or you're out, and then you just know, and you can move on with your life.
Yeah.
So the thing is, there was this. You had to sign up for the panels that you wanted to, and I was planning on doing that along with your brother. The problem is your brother, sometimes drags his feet to make some decisions. And so do I. So it's a terrible combination. It's just like his indecision and my indecision, waiting for his decision. Bad combination. Sorry, Guaco. I still love you, but still.
And it's just the two of you. So yeah, it is a little bit reminiscent of Orlando. No middle people.
Yeah, we needed the tiebreaker person, like either Nani or Mo or like Amanda or someone to be like, just do it. Stop talking about it and do it.
I think Osvaldo's good at that. Shut up. Get going.
Just do it. I'll do it for you. So on Sunday before the convention, we were actually like we were FaceTiming about everything we wanted to do. Okay, what photo ops are we doing? Blah, 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 blah. And then she's like, okay, what panels are we doing? She's like, oh, let's just, we just figured out kind of the panels. We emailed the list of panels we wanted to. And then I'm just like, okay. And here's where I messed up. I thought we had more time for the lottery. So I said that night, like, oh, don't worry, I'll do the lottery like over the week, because I think we have like a couple of days to sign up for the lottery before the convention starts. So I'll take care of it. I was wrong. The last day to sign up for the lottery was indeed that very night that we were FaceTiming. On Sunday. That was the last day, so I didn't do it because I'm an idiot, and so we didn't get into any of the panels, any of the big panels, which was a blessing and a curse to an extent. It was a blessing in the sense that it's just like, well, now I don't have to worry about that. Now it's just like you can just roll in at the convention whenever you want. You don't have to wake up early.
Now you're a VIP, a true VIP.
A VIP of lechoneo. You can just relax. Exactly. It's exactly. But so it wasn't a lack of planning. It was just a lack of like awareness of when things were supposed to be done by. But thankfully for all the other panels that we actually wanted to attend, we were very lucky to be able to get to every panel we wanted to, because we had a combination of luck because we were included on the podcast stage. We were very blessed that Lucasfilm reached out to us. Shout out to Lillian Noble over at Lucasfilm. She reached out to us to give us VIP tickets to be able to get in to some of the panels that we wanted to. So very cool. as someone from Read Pop told us, oh, these people are Lucasfilm credentialed. And you're like, oh shit, what the fuck?
We're awesome now.
Yeah. There's a
Can we add that to a resume? Lucasfilm
I think so.
credentials?
I think that's how it works. If someone tells you you are Lucasfilm credentialed, then you can.
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
And now we can reach out to their financial department and be like, "Where's my paycheck? I'm an employee now." So thanks to her, and thanks to the Lightspeed thing that you have to sign up in the morning, we were able to get to like every panel that we wanted to. So that's the mixture. That's the synergy of failure and success. So on the one hand, we did have the failure of Orlando of not getting into any of the main panels, but then we had the foresight to plan the other ones, and through also Lucasfilm luck, we were able to get into all the other stuff. So in that sense, Celebration was equal measure success and failure, but I think the success was
trumps the failure a little
trumps
bit.
The failure 100%.
That's beautiful. Which panel was the one that, you know, like you will have not died if you missed it?
I of the ones I went to, the ones I missed.
The ones you went to.
Definitely the one that I went to that I was the most blown away by, because we got like, it wasn't anything that I was expecting, and we got way more than I thought we would, was Tales of the Jedi. That was like the best panel. We didn't get into like the main hall. We got into the streaming hall, but that's the same thing. You still get the, you know, you're not in person, but you still see the thing that you're want to see. So Tales of the Jedi was originally a Dark Horse comic book, if I'm not mistaken, like way back in the day. So I thought when they announced this that this would be a revival of that series, but it turns out no, it's not. It's a spiritual successor to an extent, but it's basically a new Dave Filoni animated show, and it's gonna be short format episodes. It's gonna be a little mini series, 6 or 12 episodes, I forget. It's divisible by 3. And it's like in two halves. One half is Ahsoka, and the other half is Count Dooku as a Jedi. So it's basically like these these two stories of these two Jedi, and how their paths led them to the light and one led them to the dark. So it's basically like 3 pivotal moments of their life and how it kind of defined where they would continue their journey through the Force. So that was really cool. But the cool part about it was that we didn't get a trailer for it. No, we didn't get a trailer. We got the first episode.
Oh, like we did for that one Rebels panel we went to in Orlando.
Exactly. I knew you were gonna get an episode, at least an episode.
Yeah, so
and
we got the
reviews.
first.
What'd you think?
Oh, it was beautiful.
Ahsoka or Dooku or?
It was they're not gonna give us that much because Dooku was just too good. The Dooku stuff would have been just too good for our own goods.
For a little
so they gave us
moment.
Ahsoka. So they gave us Ahsoka. And Ahsoka was just, it's in the style of the Clone Wars, or actually in the style of Bad Batch, I guess, because like it's elevated Clone Wars style. So it just looked amazing. And one of the things that Filoni said that he wanted from the show was to not have it be very dialogue heavy and have it be just images. So there's not a lot of dialogue. It was mostly like music. Yeah, it was a lot of music, and like it's just, you know, it's just the plot just develops itself. And it was very Miyazaki in a way, because it was very ethereal with the music and just letting everything just speak for itself with the I keep saying visuals, but it is, because it's just, you know, it's just like every frame is kind of like a painting type of thing, which just like frames the plot.
And not everything has to be explained through dialogue. Like, you know, the visuals speak for themselves a lot, which is sometimes I think where Star Wars is over heavy in dialogue. Sometimes it's like, I can see it. Don't explain it to me. I'm not an idiot. Just let it speak for itself. And if they're going that way, I'm really excited about it.
You know, it looked really good. It looked really good. I mean, I would have liked if there had been like a different animation style, just because
just to see something
variety.
New.
Yeah, a little variety is never a bad thing. But I love this animation style too, so I'm not gonna complain. Yeah. So it was a beautiful, beautiful episode. I'm not gonna spoil it here unless you guys want me to spoil it.
Don't
and then I will.
It. No.
Okay. There we go.
Spoilers, but Nanny does. I respect Nanny's.
I'm just gonna say it's when Ahsoka is very, 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 very young. I'm just gonna leave that to Nani's interpretation. And there's more Togrutas in the episode, and that's all I'll say about it. Since Nani doesn't want to know more,
It's gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt. And this is the happy episode, according to Filoni.
This is the happy.
And it hurts. So this is the happy one, because he said that Filoni was just like, oh, I clearly wrote this during COVID, because after we started filming them, I was just like, what's wrong with me? Because he was just like, especially the Dooku episodes, he's just like, wait till you see those. If you think this was sweet and endearing, wait till you see Dooku. That's gonna mess you up. I'm like, oh crap, Filoni is gonna play with our feelings now. So
I mean, I'm good with the darkness. Darkness is good. Those stories are always really compelling, and Dooku has always been a really compelling character that we don't know nearly as much about.
No, we haven't seen him as a Jedi too much. So like to see him finally, wield that blue lightsaber, it's gonna be epic. And we get to see Qui-Gon Jinn, mine and Mo's favorite Jedi. So it's gonna be great. And the cool thing about this for me was kind of like quote unquote spoilers for Obi-Wan Kenobi, was that Filoni confirmed that Qui-Gon Jinn will be played by 2 actors. When it's like old Qui-Gon, whom we know and love, it'll be Liam Neeson, of
course,
one and only.
And when it's young Qui-Gon, it's gonna be Liam Neeson's son. So
really?
So
for
me, the thing about this is, and we were talking about this when we were speculating about Obi-Wan Kenobi, and if Liam Neeson was going to come back. There had been an interview that came out with Liam Neeson a couple weeks or months ago, where they asked him, would you reprise your role as Qui-Gon Jinn? And he said, well, yeah, but only in a movie, because I'm kind of a snob that way. I don't think I'd like to do TV. But then like when Filoni confirmed that he's coming back as Qui-Gon in an animated show, I'm just like, bro, you're definitely an Obi-Wan Kenobi. That was total
that Disney money, you know.
I want that Disney money. I was like, yeah.
Well, aside from the fact that it could work also, because Obi-Wan Kenobi is more of like an extended film than 100%. A show, because they don't even give names to the episodes; it's parts. So it's an extended film. You're cool enough for that.
Reverse psychology. That shit.
Nani's already putting her to law school. Like
exactly.
Like, well, you can see it from this way.
From a certain point of view.
It is a movie.
It is a movie, yeah. What is a TV show if not a short movie? But yeah, that was definitely my favorite panel. I mean, I love the publishing panels too, especially the High Republic publishing panel, because they revealed a lot for Wave 2 of the High Republic, which I really loved that era. So that was fun. So, and all the authors of Phase 1 were there. Daniel Jose Olders, Claudia Gray, Charles Soule, Cavan Scott, and Justina Ireland. They were all there. So that was a really fun panel too, to see like the excitement that all these authors have for them, to have like that panel actually packed and see all the High Republic cosplay that all the fans have been doing. It's just really exciting to see that this new era has been embraced so much and so fast. So I can only imagine when we go to London, like how much more High Republic cosplay there will be, because Phase 2 is going to be even more exciting, because it's going to be 200 years in the past from Phase 1. So there's like even more characters and more situations and more opportunities for cosplaying if you're into that. So High Republic is awesome. So that was a really cool panel too. And the kind of the reveals that they did there for some of the characters, and obviously the books that they'll be publishing in the coming months. It was very exciting, to say the least.
Nice. And you mentioned cosplaying, and I remember from our previous experiences that's like a highlight of like the celebration. Seeing all the cosplayers, like
some people are amazing.
They are like, passionate, man.
You know
They're
what?
passionate.
Lucasfilm hire all of them, because they would make 1,000 times. Like, it's amazing. Like, if that's like amateur budget, I can't imagine.
There was the one guy dressed as General Grievous, and it was just like,
Wait,
it was General
like a
Grievous.
legit General Grievous.
Like a legit General Grievous. Like
Damn.
it was like, holy crap. I was like, you could have put him in the movie or them in the movie, and it would have been, amazing, because
Seamless.
yeah, it was perfect. Perfect. Like the creativity that some of these people have is just incredible. And you can, even the shitty costumes, I have to give them credit, because they're still passionate.
course.
You still
Yeah.
take time out of your day to do
course.
something, even though it's falling apart because you put it together with tape. But it's like, hey man, like the joy and the passion that all these people like really put into that, it really shines through, and just like just shows that Celebration is just this happy space with fans that just love the media that they enjoy, and it was a real nice palate cleanser in that sense, because sometimes we forget that more people are
Love it.
happy
Then.
and
Yeah.
love,
Mhm.
because there wasn't a shred of negativity there. I mean, everyone that was there is there to celebrate
Mhm.
and enjoy Star Wars, and it's good to be reminded of that. There's a group of people that just want to come together and be happy and just celebrate instead of hate and denigrate. So that's the only bad thing about Celebration. It's like leaving the convention and just having been in that bubble of happiness, and all of a sudden come back to Twitter and see all the disaster,
Mhm.
the dumpster fire that is social media, especially when it comes to Star Wars. But the cosplay was amazing, and it was really good to see like all the cosplay from the High Republic, especially Geode, my boy. Vinci
Really?
Navigator.
I was just gonna ask that. Was there a Geode or multiple?
There
Geodes?
were three Geodes, and they were beautiful. I loved
That
it.
is
Like one was just like it was great. I'm just like, hey man, I love all the love Geode gets. That rock is the best character in the history of anything. It's just like,
they're not
that's
rocks,
cool.
they're minerals.
They're Vincians, actually. They're not but kudos to Claudia Gray for making a rock and making it like a hilarious character. Because that takes writing chops to be able to make a character that doesn't talk in a book interesting. Good job. Good job. And then inspire people to dress up as a rock. That's a Vincian, sorry. It's great.
That's awesome.
Oh my god, that sounds great.
Did you stumble upon Force Luke?
I didn't this time, but I saw some pictures online of some people that did do the Qui-Gon Jinn, Luke Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Force Ghost. It was the same style that we saw back in Chicago with like the what would you call it? Like
I don't know. It's
like gown
like
around.
For the
they did it again.
Of
Exactly. And it was beautiful. I mean, I saw the picture and I was like, man, why didn't I run into them? But it's just, that's the thing. There's so much
going on.
So much to do and so much to see that it's just impossible to see everything. So I think that's one of the important things to kind of acknowledge when you go to the conventions. Just like, I'm not going to see everything.
No.
Yeah, there's no
I'm not going to be
you're
able
not
to.
supposed to. I think you're not supposed
exactly.
to.
No. You're just supposed to enjoy the things that you are seeing. And that was great. But other things, and to tie back to some of the disappointment from the panels not being streamed, not even at the Star Wars show stage, is that for like the big panel, like for the first day, they were talking about all the Mandoverse stuff, all the Disney Plus shows where they premiered the Andor trailer. A whole bunch of people were on that stage, like Diego Luna, came on, like Genevieve Riley, and like all these people, and like we that paid to be at the convention, we couldn't even see it, and it's just kind of like a disorienting thing sometimes too, because when we went to Orlando and Chicago, we would still be able to see those things, so we would know what's happening, and we would be like, we'd be able to be part of the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we didn't get the poster or whatever, the exclusive merch from the panel, but we still were able to enjoy that experience, and we could talk about
it and
people there, but like, oh my god, this and that. But here it's just like people at the floor, like myself, who and Guaco, like we were like, well, I don't know, like, and we had to go to Twitter to be able to find out what the hell's happening. And that's kind of a bummer. It's just like, because you don't want to, Like, it's fine. I wasn't in the room to see Diego Luna, but I still want to know what happened because I'm at the convention.
Well,
But
because
but
it takes you out from the experience, because once you start mingling with everybody that was there, it's like, well, how you're not on the same page again?
right,
like,
right,
you're in
right.
two different
I mean, at
worlds.
least they released the trailer, so we could see it. And holy crap, did you guys see the Andor trailer?
No.
I have not.
Oh my god.
We are terrible fans, I know, but I heard it's amazing.
Or maybe we are great fans. We just want to savor it and wait for
There's
it.
no such thing as a good or bad fan. You just fan on your own terms.
We fan around.
You
I
fan on
guess.
your own terms, and that's okay too. But holy crap, that's the show. Like, I'm gonna be very honest, even though it's our Latino heartthrob Diego, who's on the lead. I was not too excited about that show, not because of him, because obviously I want to see more Diego and like more Latinas in space. But for me, like, that show is just like, we already
It's
saw
a story
Rogue One.
that
Do
you
I really?
didn't really need.
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
And then I saw that trailer, and I'm like, okay, I'm willing to to stand corrected. Like, imagine
you were gonna watch it
scope,
anyway.
obviously, and we're gonna have a limited series when it comes out back in August, whenever it comes out. But what I blew my mind about it was the tone. We knew it was gonna be like a spy thriller type of thing.
Yeah.
But that trailer just immediately set the tone. The music for the show was amazing. Like, the music of the show really reminded me. I don't know if you guys have played the Jedi Fallen Order, but there's like a music that's happening in that show. That's apparently the light went out, and that's why Mo's video is frozen.
Oh, okay.
But we have to keep going.
Yeah.
But it was amazing, and the thing about it too was that the scope of the video, of the trailer itself, in terms of like the VFX and the sets and everything, was very much like Obi-Wan Kenobi, in the sense that it doesn't feel like a small world, kind of like Mando. It feels cinematic. So Andor was really mind-blowing, and to see obviously Diego, but Genevieve O'Reilly as Mon Mothma was amazing. And we also have a Latina in space now, Adria Arjona, who's half Puerto Rican. She's gonna be like in that show there. And yes, and for all you Latinas listening, if that name sounds familiar, it's because yes, she is in fact the daughter of Ricardo Arjona.
Okay. Yeah. That's crazy.
Latinos together strong.
Claro.
Latinos together strong. Although I just found out, and this was thanks to your sister-in-law, that in the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, we do have a Latina in there who did like a little cameo. Remember episode 2, when Obi-Wan sees the fake Jedi who's booking transport, and there's a woman with her child?
Yeah.
Well, that person, I will find out who they are in a minute, is actually a Puerto Rican, and her name is, I will find it in a minute. I'm not finding it.
You're not finding it.
Oh, there, I found it. Marice Alvarez, and she was part of Teatro Breve for a while. I don't know if you ever went to Teatro Breve.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I think I went a couple times.
But she was from there, and she made like that appearance in Obi-Wan Kenobi, and she was there at Celebration. So that is awesome. So if she's listening to this, expect an invitation. We're going to invite you over to the podcast soon, so you can tell us all about it. And we can be friends and be friends forever.
That is so cool.
Yeah. But yeah, the convention was great. I mean, we also got the Bad Batch season 2 trailer,
right?
Which dope. It was amazing as well. Animation. We need more animation.
Well, then there's another season of Visions coming too, right?
I was in that panel, and I was able to get into that panel, thankfully, and we were up close, so we were able to see everyone up close and personal. So that was beautiful. But the cool thing about the Visions Part 2 is what they're calling it, not season 2. Well, whatever. Season 2. Was that they changed the logo from blue to red. No, I'm kidding. The cool thing was that they are doing what we said we wanted them to do, which is look at Star Wars from all their cultural vantage points. So season 2 will have a bunch of different cultures like do their own take on the Star Wars myth. And from our side of the pond, of the Hispanics, It's gonna be looked upon from Chile. Chilean animators are gonna be doing their take on Star Wars, so that should be awesome. Should be fun. Obviously, there's still gonna be anime.
Yeah,
because obviously everyone loves anime and it's very successful. But season 2 will have more variety. In that
Did they
sense.
say what other cultures would be involved?
They did, but there were too many for me to remember.
Okay, no, it's fine. It's I just asked.
They released a map. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Which had like all the locations, but I don't know if that was just like a convention thing.
Yeah,
Or they kept it there, or if they actually released it. I'm doing a quick Google search and I'm not finding it. So, here we go. I did find it. So it looks like we have California. Well, California. That Goose, that was a mistake on your part. They're showing California because that's where Lucasfilm is at.
Nice.
So they have India. They have a country in South Africa that I am not good with geography, so I have no. I'm sorry, I don't know which one it is. But an African country, Chile, like I said, obviously Japan, India. They have Spain, France, and the UK. So
very cool.
So that'll be interesting. A little Eurocentric for my taste.
Yeah.
But definitely looking forward to India, Africa, and South America.
And always more anime.
And always more, of course.
Yeah.
Always more anime. So,
but that's really cool. So at the panel, who did they have? Did they have some of the creators or some of the voice actors or?
In Visions.
Yeah, for Visions.
That's something that disappointed me a little bit. I thought they would bring in the people that did it.
Yeah.
But I can see why they didn't to an extent. It's just because like, okay, a lot of them don't speak English, so like it's gonna be.
And they're actually big deals in Japan, and they have a lot of animes that they're doing. Yeah.
They did have like a video at the end where all the different studios did like a thank you montage for everyone's celebration. So that was cute. But no, they had a couple of the people from Lucasfilm that were in charge of like producing the show.
Yeah.
So they talked a little bit about it, and then they had some of the English, the
dubbed,
the dub cast come in and talk a little bit there. So it was cool. It was cool. I would have liked. No, I mean no disrespect to the dub cast because they're awesome. Bobby Monahan was there, so that was kind of cool. But it would have been cool to also have the Japanese cast. Japanese creators there, so give them the love that they deserve, considering that they're the ones that did it. So I feel like they get a little snub there, considering but power, Puerto Rican power, man.
Yeah, go away, coming back. Nice to see you again, Mo.
F Luma, get out of here.
Yes. Privatizing never fixed anything. Just saying. Only makes things worse and more expensive.
That's
crazy. So. But anyway, tell us about our panel then.
Our panel.
How was the Triad?
Well, let me tell you something. No disrespect to Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni and Diego Luna, but their panels were little dick energy. Okay, I'm
little
sorry,
leagues.
but their panels were the little leagues. The thing that people came celebration for was the Triad of the Force, of course. Was the Triad of the Force and that podcast stage. No, but in all seriousness, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be vulnerable right now. I'm gonna be vulnerable and share my feelings.
This is what we're here for.
I'm gonna share my feelings here. Our panel was scheduled to be at 11 in the morning, and when I got that email from Lucasfilm saying the scheduling for the panel, I got a little concerned. Because I know in past celebrations, the main panel of the day is at 11. And I'm just like, is that going to be the same? I mean, it's been that way 2 celebrations in a row. Why would they change it now? And indeed, I was correct in my assumption. And the big panel of the day was indeed at 11. So I checked to see which was the panel that we would have to compete against on Saturday.
Against us.
Exactly. We gotta do a positive spin. And they were competing with the Mando Plus panel, which is going to feature Filoni and Favreau. So small potatoes.
Of
Those
course.
two
Which is why Favreau couldn't make our podcast. Right?
Exactly.
Of course.
He sent us a letter graciously
Conflicting
saying like, hey
schedules.
guys, yeah, I'm sorry. I would have loved to make it, guys, but it's not meant to be. So I at this point, I'm kind of, a little concerned in terms of attendance, because I'm just like, oh, it's gonna be a bummer, Lucasfilm. Like, because that is something I want to say to Lucasfilm. Hey, thanks for everything, but for the future, perhaps don't schedule the podcast stage when there's a big panel, because it's hard enough to get people to come to the podcast stage, especially if you're gonna schedule them when everyone's going to something else automatically. So maybe help us out a little bit and just schedule us around all the big panels so that we have more opportunity for turnouts. So I was afraid of the turnout. I thought your brother was gonna ditch me too. I was like, we're not even gonna get one person, because Guarco is just gonna go some other
to the Mando panel,
to the Mando Plus panel, and be like, hey, I'll listen to the episode when you release it on podcast form. So I was concerned there for a minute, but and I want to shout out again Katrina and Alden for like sticking through it, because they could have been like, oh, Goose, I have to go to that panel, so I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be able to attend. But they stuck to their guns, and they went there, and they were amazing. They're very good friends, and it was so beautiful to finally meet them in person. Like these people you just see as pixels through a screen, all of a sudden are people you can hug and talk to face was definitely a very beautiful experience. So thank you to them, because it really helped out. But yeah, we got a decent. Considering I thought it was only going to be 0 people, we got a decent turnout. I think I didn't count anybody, but like there were more than 10 people. I mean, maybe between like 10 or 30 people came in. So maybe 30 is too generous, but it felt good.
It felt. You felt the presence.
I felt the force was with us that day. We got like a good group of people there, so it made everything feel very comfortable, and like it flowed very well. But for me, more important though than the turnout of people though was the energy. Like they brought their energy, and like they were cheering and clapping, like even during like the things we were saying. So it was kind of like invigorating. It's just like, oh crap, we're like actually like it's very interactive right now. Yeah, we're getting responses. So I was very thankful and very, very humbled. And like at the end of it, it was good then to talk to everyone, because a bunch of people just came up to talk to us and hand out stickers and pins and tell them, some people that were from Puerto Rican descent, like if you've seen the pictures on Instagram or Twitter, like you saw that we had like 2 Puerto Rican flags there, and one of them were from some other fans that like came up to us and was like, oh, can we put the flag here too? And I'm just like, of course, man.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so there was like a lot of good interaction in that sense, and of growing community and time, and strengthening bonds. So it was beautiful to see. So I was humbled. And then obviously Pink Milk our family from Pink Milk came up right after us. So obviously they were, well, not obviously, they didn't need to be, but they were. The Pink Milk family was there to support us too. So they were in the crowd. So it was good to like have someone to do eye contact with. Like, okay, I don't know these people, but I can.
But I know you.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna look at you, Pink Milk. Shout out to Pink Milk. So that was beautiful. So after ours, obviously we stayed to see Pink Milk's, and it was so. It was very good to see too that Pink Milk got basically a full house. They packed that place, so that was very good. That was very good. Very happy for those guys, and they killed it. Like their panel was hilarious too. So
yeah, but it's awesome to see people that are interested in more representation, and to see that they're actually coming out to this and being supportive and being excited 100%. About it. So it's very good to be able to see that happening, and it's always a snowball effect. So hopefully every time, every new convention, it just gets bigger and bigger, and we become louder voices within the fandom. And
no, 100%. And I don't know if Lucasfilm did it on purpose. Maybe I don't know if they actually like look at our Twitters or our podcasts and we're like, oh, well, these two kind of like are in the same vein of like representation, and they invite each other to their stuff. So let's group them together, because I thought it was like, to me, I because I'm a softie, I guess. But to me, when I saw like a Pink Milk and us and Triad were like put back to back, I was just like, oh, yeah,
awesome.
I was like,
Yes.
yeah, we're family. So that meant a lot to me. And to your point, Nani, actually, there was a lot of like Latina representation, because then the next day on Sunday, there was a Latinx representation panel, but it was on the fan stage.
Okay.
So there's like the fan stage and the podcast stage, which honestly to this day I don't understand what the difference
Why
is.
they
because,
divide
like,
them? Yeah.
the fan stage is still a podcast, whatever. It's technically different, same but different type of situation. And that got a big turnout as well, considering that it was like at 10:30, so it was a little earlier, which to me was kind of weird that they started a little earlier. And that one had a big turnout, and Katrina was there as well. So John Rocha was on it. Like there were a bunch of like good people on that Latinx representation. So hopefully I couldn't get there right at 10:30 because the line to get into the convention was a little long. So I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I was able to catch the second half of it, and it was very good, very good. So good to see like our people, be there and speaking about the causes that we're passionate about as well, and seeing all the turnout that they're getting is very important. So between Triad and that Latinx one, it was kind of a beautiful thing, And like you said, we just hope to get more of it. Maybe we can partner for London with other groups, not just like the Latinas, but like other groups, and be like, hey, no, we don't have to, or we shouldn't be advocating individually for like our own thing. We have to advocate together for all of us, because we're all a family, we're all on a boat, and we need to get on that tide together and rise together. It's not about like our individual cause, it's about our collective cause. So it was beautiful, seeing the Latinx, Triad, and Pink Milk. It was a wonderful experience. So very happy. It's once in a lifetime. Well, hopefully not once in a lifetime. Hopefully London, it'll be twice in a lifetime thing. But even if it was only once, it'll be something that I will forever be grateful for, and something that was absolutely beautiful. Saturday was a really great day, man. And not just because of our panel. Saturday was like the best day for myself, just because that's the day that I met most of everyone. And like cool, made all the new friends. And it was like the emo night, Mosh Isley. So I got to like hang out with everyone afterwards, and then hung out at the hotel, and then everyone came back. So it was just like a bunch of people that we've been meeting like through these past couple of years online, just kind of all of a sudden like getting a little inebriated together and having a good time,
having fun Saturday, and talking Star Wars and
Star Wars in a positive way, while everyone's just enjoying each other's company. It was really beautiful time. So I think that's why Celebration was a rousing success for myself, not necessarily because of the panels or the reveals, but because of like those human connections. I think that's what made it even more special. So it was a synergy of failure and success, but the success kind of shone brighter because it was uplifted through community.
Well, that sounds amazing. So here's hoping we can actually make it to London, and
we will.
It's amazing as well.
We will.
Positive.
Positive think.
So I think with that, we're done for today, right? Let's leave it on the positive note.
Did I miss Galaxy's Edge?
Oh, we didn't talk about Galaxy's Edge. That's right.
About Galaxy's Edge. That's right.
I did go to Galaxy's Edge, and I haven't been. I don't know if I've mentioned this in the podcast before, but I hadn't been to any theme park, since I was 11 years old. And for the longest time, I would always say, "Oh, it's for 10 years," and then I was like, "Wait, because you're in your 30s now, so it's been 20 years." It's like, it's time, buddy. It's time. Accept it.
Admit it.
Not everything.
It.
Yeah. The 80s weren't 20 years ago. And it's like, no. It was like, no.
1990 was not 10 years ago.
Exactly. It's just like,
nope.
The times have changed, and so have you. So I hadn't been to a theme park in so long. So for me, it was just like, oh my God, this is going to be super exciting. And we obviously, as you can see, I got the badge over here. We were able to score tickets to Disney After Dark, and it was beautiful. It was a beautiful experience. I did not cry like I thought I would cry, but my heart, but my heart was in my throat. I was just like, oh God, this is just beautiful. This is amazing. Especially like going into Galaxy's Edge, because Disneyland was awesome. but like Galaxy's Edge was just like something truly special, especially at night, because the way that it's lit, and then all these nerds with their goddamn lightsabers was just like so lame but so beautiful at the same time. And I was just like, oh my god, I love you nerds. You just race those lightsabers high, bitches. Because it was just like everyone was in front of the Millennium Falcon, which when I saw the Millennium Falcon, it was just like, that's the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm in front of the Millennium Falcon. Me, Falcon, same space. And while that was happening, like there was like gonna be like a photo op of everyone with their lightsabers. So it was like literally hundreds of people flooded in front of the Millennium Falcon to just like their lights, like raise their lightsabers up and turn them on. And it was just magical experience. I will admit that I was a little engulfed in the dark side of the Force in that moment, because we were trying to get into Olga's cantina to get a drink and, you know, be at the bar. And I had been on my feet all day. That was Friday. I have been on my feet all day. That was the toughest day. We did the photo ops with Ewan and Timuera and the panels. So like my feet had not gotten to rest all day. So they were on fire. I was in pain. It was taking forever to get into the cantina. So like I might have been a little full of hate while that beautiful lightsaber moment was happening. But it's fine. It's fine. I got over it. We were able to get our drink. That was a shit show on its own, which this episode's about positivity, so I will not bash Olga's cantina. It's not it was a rough day for everyone. That's all I'm gonna say about it. But I was very lucky to be there with your brother, because since he lives in Orlando now, apparently he's a Disney World veteran, and he's gone to Galaxy's Edge a couple of times, and he's done Rise of the Resistance and obviously Smuggler's Run. So he knows the tricks. He knows the tricks and like how to do everything. So my fear going in was that I would not be able to get into Rise of the Resistance, because when they first announced Disney After Dark, they said that Rise of the Resistance would not be available because they do maintenance for it like at night. For the next day at the park. So like I was worried this year that was going to be the same thing, but apparently not. Apparently they said like, oh, Rise of the Resistance is going to be available. So then my concern was just like, okay, are we going to be able to even get in? Because of the line, because everyone has heard of the mythical line to get into Rise of the Resistance. But your brother had the plans for the Death Star. He had the plans for the Death Star. He knew how to do the trench run. And just like I had planned the convention stuff, I was just like, hey, I'm in your hands now, because I don't know anything about theme parks. So
he actually did come through for the Galaxy's Edge.
He came through. He came up to the podcast too. He was at the podcast. He didn't ditch us to go. So he came through twice. That's good. But I was just like, I was like, Lord, unto your hands I commend my spirit. And he was just like, okay, this is what we need to do. We need to leave the convention at this time so we can get to Disney at this time, because that's the that's the time that all the normies from the park are leaving, and we can get in with our passes like at this time. So the line should be, I'm like, okay,
let's do it.
I trust you. And while we were walking into Galaxy's Edge and going into like where the start of the queue for Rise of the Resistance was, they just said like, come in. And I'm like, what? We literally just like, I mean, we still had to do like a 30 to 40 minute line within the queue itself. But your brother was telling me, he was like, dude, this is nothing.
The emptiest
like,
you're ever gonna see it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is the shortest line you're ever gonna do for this ride.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. Like it was
amazing.
Everything I hoped it was gonna be. Like it was just, oh my god. It's one of those rides I just want to do it again. It's like the scope of it, like the scale of all the animatronics and like the size of the stage is just incredible. And like the experience of like how you queue up, like how you get into the story, like it's just so well crafted. I was just blown away. And then we did Smuggler's Run. Smuggler's Run was fun. You know, it's not Rise of the Resistance, but it's fun. So, excuse me. I just want to be able to go to Galaxy's Edge now with a little more time, with better shoes.
And actually explore a little bit
and
better.
be able to just relax, because I feel like at least I was like rushing to just get to do the things, and since my feet were in pain, I couldn't just enjoy things as much. but got to have some blue milk. And that was awesome. Blue milk was the best. Unfortunately, they didn't have the boozy version of the blue milk. So, which is one thing, actually, one addendum I want to make to the convention experience. And this is something I learned at C2E2 here in Chicago. Find where the booze is. Find where the booze is, and your experience is going to exponentially increase. Because I was able to find a celebration where they sold beer, and that kept me hydrated. The whole convention.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I would have had as much fun if I had not been moderately boozed the whole way.
Properly hydrated the whole way.
Properly hydrated the whole way. So that's my pro tip. Find the beer, walk the floor with a beer in your hand. It's gonna definitely increase your enjoyment of the. Don't overdo it. You don't want to be drunk. You don't want to be sloppy.
Yeah.
One. Yeah.
Still drink your water.
Don't be sloppy. Yeah. Still drink your water. Definitely hydrate. But have a beer or 2 or 3. It's a lot of hours. So
yeah,
you can get a couple in. But yeah. I think that's it, at least for me. I mean, there's more things from all the panels, but I think those are kind of like the highlights.
That's the meat. That's the meat of the.
Yeah. Ewan McGregor touched me. Tamora Morrison touched me, but I don't need to brag. I don't need to brag. You want to see that? Go to Instagram. The picture's there.
But very exciting regardless.
Awesome.
Yeah. So glad to hear that you had a great time, that you know, we kind of lived vicariously through you a little bit that. And then hopefully we'll be able to make it next time. And glad to hear that there was so much positivity and love, and that people were enjoying it, and that there are more of us in Star Wars fandom that actually love Star Wars. Yes. We don't have to love everything about it, but because nothing's perfect, but
you don't have to be a jerk about it either.
Yeah. And we can still appreciate it and enjoy it. And when we have to criticize, we can criticize constructively and still have fun talking about it, not hating on it. So if you want to keep checking out with us, we're going to continue to do episodes. Obviously, let us know in the comments sometimes if there's specific stuff that you want us to, chat about. Make sure you catch our Obi-Wan Kenobi episode by episode analysis, because we're having
which have been amazing so far. We've had 2 great guests that have really taken that to the next level. So definitely check it out. And we will be releasing the panel probably next week. So if you missed that celebration, it's a little bit of a wait, but you'll get it. You'll get to relive it or live it for the first time and feel like you were
all
there.
The love.
And feel the love. Yeah.
That's true.
So I think that is it for today. So
shout out to our friends.
Right.
I wanna give away for Star. I didn't go to panels or anything, but I want to give away for May the 4th from our friends at Legacy Comic Frames. Got some goodies.
That's awesome.
That Kylo Ren comic's so good.
Yeah. So
Charles Soule for the win.
So thank you.
Make sure to follow them so that you may be the next one to win one of their giveaways.
Goodies are always good.
They're I believe they're Latina family as well.
So you so definitely follow them too.
So follow them, yes. Well, thank you.
Of course. So until next time, we are Triad of the Force. You can find us wherever that podcast can be found. Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Just search Triad of the Force and you will find us. Like we said before, we have t-shirts. Buy lots of them so we can go to London.
2 million, remember, 2 million.
Remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, let us know what you think. Love us, hate us. We'd like to know. So until next time, may the Force
be with you.